Hello and welcome to the next lesson in Data Science Toolbox of Data Science Specialization series. We have installed R in the previous video and can open the R interface to input code. But there are other ways to interface with R, and one of those ways is using RStudio. In this lesson we will get RStudio installed on your computer. If you have not installed R yet on your computer, then you cannot install RStudio. Installation of R is one of the requirements to install RStudio. So first question I wanted to answer here is, what is RStudio? RStudio is a graphical user interface for R that allows you to write, edit and store code, generate, view and store plots, manage files, objects and data frames, and integrate with version control systems. To name a file of its functions, we will be exploring exactly what RStudio can do for you in future lessons. But for anybody just starting out with R coding, the visual nature of this program as an interface for R is a huge benefit. Now let's install RStudio. Thankfully, installation of RStudio is fairly straightforward. First, you go to the RStudio download page. We want to download the RStudio desktop version of the software, so click on the appropriate download under that heading, and you will see a list of installers for supported platforms. The various versions of RStudio are available for different operating systems. At this point, the installation process diverges for Macs and Windows, so follow the instructions for the appropriate OS. Let's begin with Windows first. For Windows, select the RStudio installer for the Windows editors 10 or 11. This will initiate the download process. When the download is complete, open this executable file to assess the installation wizard. You may be presented with a security warning at this time. Allow it to make changes to your computer. Following this, the installation wizard will open. Following the defaults on each of the windows of the wizard is appropriate for installation. In brief, on the welcome screen, click next. If you want RStudio installed elsewhere, browse through your files system. Otherwise, it will likely default to the program files folder. This is appropriate. Click next. On this final page, allow RStudio to create a start menu shortcut. Click install. RStudio is now being installed. Wait for this process to finish. After installation, your screen will look like this. RStudio is now installed on your computer. Click finish. Check that RStudio is working appropriately by opening it from your start menu. Now RStudio is running and will look like this. Let's install it now for Mac OS. For Macs, select the Mac OS 11 Plus Studio installer. This will initiate the download process. If your Mac version is older than this, you can further scroll down and find the download link for your version. When the download is complete, click on the downloaded file and it will begin to install. When this is finished, the applications window will open. Drag the RStudio file into your application folder to complete installation for RStudio. Now test the installation by opening your applications folder and then opening the RStudio software. RStudio is running now and would look like this. So in this lesson we installed RStudio both for Macs and for Windows computers. Before moving on to the next lecture, click through the available menus and explore the software a bit. We will have an entire lesson dedicated to exploring RStudio, but having some familiarity beforehand will be helpful. See you in the next lesson.